Think of the rivalry between Italian sports car manufacturers and you automatically think Ferrari versus Lamborghini. A battle that started, apparently, when Enzo told Ferruccio that he should stick to making farm equipment. But there is another Italian sports car maker with a story just as interesting, with a history longer than both Ferrari and Lamborghini. In fact, Maserati was setting world records before the other two were even thought of. Founded in the 1920s by the Maserati brothers, the company started out making title-winning race cars, and they're still the only Italian manufacturer ever to have won the Indy 500. Through the decades, they've produced race and road cars which met with varying success, including the Maserati Kyle Army. Company ownership changed hands, their success wavered, and in 1993 some much-needed stability and investment came about when the company was purchased by Fiat. That, of course, is all in the past, and what we have now is the Granturismo. It's been around since 2007, but we have ourselves a 2012 spec Granturismo S, which is the more sportified version. And straight away, just by looking at it, I have a problem with it, because I find it hard to talk about it in terms of design, because it's more like art. Art in that it is an amazing expression of creativity, and art in that it's not universally appreciated, although for me this is one of the most beautiful cars on the road. The Granturismo S is not small, it's long and it's wide, and despite the fact that a lot of its form has to do with aerodynamics and other technical considerations, it is still almost completely sculptural. It's the kind of thing that years from now will still turn heads and still have people taking pictures as you park next to them at traffic lights. There is a real sense of occasion when you drive the Granturismo Sport. You walk up to it, it looks hungry and athletic, and you start it and it makes the right noises. And even these gear shift paddles aren't the usual stubby jobs that you'd get. They're long levers that wouldn't look out of place in a race car. But that sense of occasion is let down somewhat by an interior that isn't exactly cutting-edge Italian sports car. It's more like cutting-edge 1990s Alfa Romeo. It has everything you might want at the price, except the design, which is in desperate need of an overhaul. Even though the spec is all there, from dual-zone climate control to Bluetooth and iPod connections to sat-nav and electric seats, it's the way it's packaged that lets it down. It's all a little unimaginative, like all the styling budget was spent creating the bodywork, and the interior was just copied over from some older Maserati. But the promise of rescue is there from the package up front. When Maserati were looking for an engine solution for their Granturismo, they went across the road to their cousins at Ferrari, and this is what Ferrari gave them. A 4.7-litre V8 good for 338 kilowatts and 520 newton meters. 0 to 100 time, 4.8 seconds, top speed 298. The 6-speed automatic gearbox is bolted directly to the engine, and the whole unit is mounted just behind the front axle for an almost perfect weight distribution. There are a whole lot of geeky things that contribute to the Granturismo's abilities, like friction-reducing diamond-like coating on the camshaft lobes, but all talk of engineering innovation is quickly replaced by silly grins when you hear what this car sounds like. It sounds great when accelerating, it sounds just as good when slowing down thanks to the D-clutch on downshifts, and that has you pulling the left pedal every chance you get just to hear it. It gets even more impressive when you combine it with the other elements of this car. The steady power delivery, the impressive grip, the 6-speed auto gearbox that feels smoother and more responsive than I thought it would be. It's just the brakes that take a bit of getting used to because the pedal feels slightly longer than it should. Although in the car's defense, it has done 12,000 undoubtedly very hard kilometers. The steering is accurate, even though it can be a little devoid of feeling, but overall, this is an impressive GT package. It's even got genuinely decent space in the back, and an okay-sized boot. To be honest, I was expecting more from the Granturismo, not in terms of power or noise or grip, that's all there. But at the risk of judging a book by its cover, I thought it would be a little bit more aggressive, but it's just not. It's not edgy like a Ferrari or slightly mental like a Lamborghini. In fact, as far as Italian sports cars go, it is rather polite. light in the sense that it'll cater to whatever driving mood you're in and make it easy no matter what that mood happens to be. It'll do the daily commute, it'll hammer you through a mountain pass. It's not a hardcore sports car that's intent on killing you, it's just a good-looking, comfortable car that's happy to play when you are. For 1.8 million rand, there's not a lot else you can get. A Bentley Continental V8 has 4 seats but is way more expensive. An Audi RS5 has 4 seats but not the same prestige. A Jaguar XKR has 4 seats but 2 of them are useless. Comparisons aside, the Gran Turismo S is let down by its aging interior, but it is a really capable package, and it truly is a sports car you can use every day. The 4.7-litre V8 makes one of the best automotive noises around, and it does a good job of giving the Gran Turismo S the kind of performance you'd expect from a Maranello native. The interior is starting to look dated, but the Gran Turismo's other talents go a long way to making up for that. It is a very balanced package, the kind of sports car that's good for everyday use.